morning, week 5 at Royal Glamorgan Hospital. So I spent the morning doing some paediatric activities, going over growth charts and reading around cow's milk protein allergy and filling in some tutorials around this. Also really nice, so one of the other students is on placement here with me as well. So we've got our paediatric week together, and then we've got 3 weeks doing adults on the wards here as well. So that's nice, makes a big difference to have someone to chat to and kind of see how they're getting on as well. So yeah, really nice. Off up to Ysbyty Cymru next, where we've got a clinic that we'll be sitting in on. Not sure what to expect, but looking forward to it, and I'm sure we're going to learn a bit as well. Just arrived at Ysbyty Cymru, and on the way over I was listening to the Jim Jeffries podcast. This week they had Dr. Alice Roberts, or Professor Alice Roberts as she said. She's like an anatomist, does a lot of BBC documentaries, so really useful brushing up on my anatomy, lots of interesting facts. Didn't know that apparently our ear holes used to be a gill hole when we evolved from fish. We moved on to land and we needed to hear, so that's one of the orifices that changed to become the ear. Wouldn't have guessed. Wouldn't usually use that as my source for revision, but it was quite funny, so really useful. What a fascinating afternoon, really enjoyed that. So we were in the paediatric diabetes clinic and we got to see 3 patients. We saw a mix of conditions, so we got to see both type 1 and type 2. We discussed some of the differences between the UK and the US. Although we have very similar rates of obesity, I'm told that we don't have the similar rate of type 2 diabetes in young people as the States do. It'd be very interesting to look into that as to why. I'd like to read around that, it'd be very interesting. It was also great to see the advancements in technology for delivering insulin. Makes managing the condition a lot easier than it used to be, and in Wales we seem to be quite good at giving the insulin pumps from a very young age as well. We discussed how that can help with dose adjustment and delivering insulin gradually throughout the day, which helps even out insulin levels, and the software as well is able to upload the results from the patient so the clinicians can look at it and they can ascertain how a patient's getting on over a long period of time, and then suggest alterations to either the carb to insulin ratio or times they're eating, what types of food they're eating. Still giving healthy eating advice as well, which is very important. With the type 2, that did focus more on weight loss, so there seems to be an increased risk for developing at a younger age for some people. What the factors are for that, I couldn't say. So not long been home, just finishing up a workout now. That's Loki in the background. We've got a bit of a tired boy this evening. So it looks like the rest of the week is going to be a mix of on-site activities and some home learning as well. Unfortunately, with COVID, a lot of the outpatient clinics aren't running, so I'm not sure how many younger people we're going to get to see. I think today was probably one of the few, but it was a nice experience to actually see these conditions in context and to see parents as well and how much they're involved with their children's care. It's a lot to take in, isn't it, to be told from a very young age your child's got type 1 diabetes, and I can see the team are really good at getting the education early on, so both the patient and their parents know how to deal with it. Anyway, so it's fish tonight, looking forward to that after my workout, and another day back in Royal Glamorgan Hospital, so hopefully see you tomorrow.